That's a fact. So let's move away from that and look at page 11 of the Daily Nation. Law degrees recalled as plan raises anxiety. And this is Makerere University. And I think we also have locally Dr. Matiang'i basically cracking down on the education system and ensuring that the degrees that are there are valid.
Yeah. Initially, we had the Commission for Higher Education trying to crack down on some of these universities in Kenya. Although the story is about Uganda, the Makerere University, but it's also a reflection of what's going on here in Kenya. Right. We have some colleges which are not capacitated, which do not have the capacity to offer certain courses like law, medicine, engineering, but you find them offering on third floors of most buildings between lodgings and, you know, those kind of things. So I think there's a need for a cleanup in our education system. And, you know, courses like law, initially, when I was still in school, these were courses that were very coveted, you know. Just mentioning that you have been admitted in a law school was something so big within the community.
Village, like you mentioned.
Celebrate.
I tell you.
But nowadays, is nothing, as in everybody wants to be a lawyer. But the quality of lawyers and personnel that we are producing from our universities. I wouldn't want to mention a number of colleges that I know, which actually people just go there to pass their time.
Right, and end up with certification. And it needs us to wind up.
Absolutely. I think the quality of our education system, I think, needs a little bit of re-examination, Mike, if I may put it that way, because we seem to be pegging our hopes on the paper other than the skills that we acquire. Right. Somebody would want to dish out papers, and the requirements would be for that person to dish out papers as well. And therefore, we need to go back again to the drawing board and see how do we show at the paper at the same time competence, because that's where we are missing the point. I would want to see a situation where somebody starts to specialize on what he wants to be at a very tender age, early stage of his education life, and then progressively continue, you know, panel beating that aspect to the latter to ensure that we have competent engineers, competent lawyers. But nowadays we have lawyers who are straight from the universities and cannot even litigate properly in a court process. We have engineers who can't even draw, you know, architectures who cannot even draw, you know, a simple design. Engineers who can't even tarmac a simple road here in Kenya. And therefore you ask yourself, where did the rain start beating us?
Well, it looks like the rain has really beaten us. And you know, they say when it rains, it pours. So it looks like it's pouring in terms of the education sector. Brian Mutie and Bernard Wakoli, thank you very much for joining us this morning.